Hey guys, doing a little quick video here for you. It's been a while, I know, but I've been busy with many projects, not the least of which this one here on Andromeda. There's a lot of things that I've gotten done that I can't really show much progress for. Specifically, the water system has been a lot of work. Just because I got to run back to the store and get a couple of parts so I can move on, and then I find out I need a couple more parts, and then I gotta wait, go do that. So it's a lot of back and forth. But right now I'm working on getting the walls done up in the guest cabins so that hopefully before too long I'll be able to start taking reservations for just basic stays on the boat. So let's go for a walk inside. Keep in mind, this is your warning, the place is a mess right now because my daughter, who's down for a little visit, and I have been staying on the boat in the forward section, so we've got that spot closed off from the work that's going on, so we keep our sawdust to a minimum there. And so the back section is the place to do all the cutting and store all the trash and everything. So it's a wreck, admittedly. So go easy on me with that. So let's go for a walk here. So here's my trash pile. All this stuff has got to go. I brought my TV down from Pennsylvania here, and it's hooked onto this remote telescopic thing. I don't think it's turned on. Maybe it's turned on. Let's see. It's pretty cool. I like it. There it goes. So exactly how this is going to be, I'm not 100% sure. If I'm just going to stick a couch right there, or if I'll build in a little cabinet to house this thing, or what. But I am going to have some chairs there. Probably have a chair there and a chair here. Or like I said, maybe just a couch. I don't want to block this little swan thing. I kind of like that. But this is nice because, you know, I like to watch TV, but I don't want to be a focal point. I mean, the only place I could really hang it on the wall is back there, and I'm actually planning to put the table back over there, as was in the original design. Still getting used to the controls. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got to use the remote control for that, which is right here. And it gets put away. Pretty handy. Anyhow, so I've got my plywood here. These 14 sheets that I went and picked up in addition to the 10, that's 24 sheets of plywood. It's just basic, you know, radiated pine from Home Depot. So as I said, I got this whole section here set up as my initial cut studio. So I do all my cutting and stuff here. And then the termites kind of forced me to have to redo some of the floor anyway. So I just chopped out this section here so I can get these full-size sheets slid down inside. Because the only other way to get down there is through this very narrow, turny way, which there's no way to get a full sheet of plywood down here. And I didn't want to have a bunch of cuts. So it's much easier to do it like this. Thanks, termites. So we got this wall framed up. What I did is I glued these together to make one solid piece, and I also put biscuit joints in on the ends. That back wall is just one set of plywood over top of the stud wall that I framed up back there, and then there's pressure treated plywood on the other side of that. All the studs are pressure treated, and then this side was still in good shape, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then I'm going to put, you can see here, I've got the this wall is bar clamped, glued together, biscuit joints down the middle. If you don't know what biscuit joints are, it's these things. You take these, get one, I'll show you. This is a biscuit jointer. You stick your piece of board in here and you push it down, and that little blade comes out and makes this cut shape inside of a piece of wood, at least half of it from the side. You stick some glue on there, shove that in there, and then your other board, and in this case I'm going to have the two pieces of plywood, glued together like this, and they'll go over top and lock into place there. and that goes into the other groove on the other side, and that makes a nice strong bond. So I did that with the joints for the walls. So of course I'll have to come back through with the sander and sand all that stuff. Like I said, this is bar clamped together. Give that a little bit longer to set up, and then I will slide that into place here, get the construction adhesive on there, smoosh it in there, fasten it in place, and then give a little better perspective here. It's kind of hard to see. So this wall goes down to create a corridor back to the engine room. So there'll be a mirrored wall section like this over on this side going down. And then I'll have in here a partial wall here, just about 30 inches, which is going to be the size of the bunk on this side. There'll be a set of bunk beds here, one here, one here. Same deal over here. It's going to come off of that wall, 30 inches, so a little bit beyond here, kind of where that black is. And then that'll be one bunk, and then a second bunk here. Of course, I'm going to have to cut in more wood to cover up all the utility stuff that's coming through there. So we'll have 4 bunks in this section. And on this section, which will, pretty soon look like that, I'm going to have a slightly smaller than a queen, about a full size, 2 full-size beds as bunks, upper and lower, with a slight angle at the foot area. I don't know. I had planned on doing a few different things, but the slight angle will accommodate the curtain, which will be a privacy curtain. You'll bring that around and it'll just cut the edge of that porthole right there. So yeah, bunk, full-size beds for the couples that like to share their bed space together. And same deal here. I'll have a little bit of wall come off, and then there I'm actually going to build in a little like a foot, 2 steps to climb up to the top bunk. And then on this side it'll be more like a little nightstand for the bottom bunk folks will have a little cubby area in there, and then the top bunk people will have a little place right there also. And over in this section I'm gonna have I don't know, I haven't really been thinking about this section too much, but it's going to be like that little spot right there. It's going to have a little luggage like a bar that goes around there. Stick your carry-on luggage and stuff in there for stowage. And this I'll return to a closet. I think I'm probably going to try to stick an AC unit in each one of these over here, or maybe I'll just use one great big AC unit and stick it somewhere else. I'm not sure. There's some things that I haven't quite fully figured out yet, but anyhow, that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm working on. Got my 2x lumber for various parts of the project. Big pile of copper over here. It needs to go to the scrap yard. I try not to focus on this too much because it's overwhelming to me to work in such a tight condition with stuff everywhere, So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now, and hopefully by, let's see, today is Wednesday. Hopefully by Sunday, I'll have a coat of paint on. If not, I'll be hopefully ready for paint. That's my goal down there on that plywood. Actually, you know what? Before that, I don't know where it's at. Here it is. So I got this bucket of, what is it called? Trimbor Professional Insecticide and Fungicide. A preservative for prevention and treatment of wood against fungal decay and wood-destroying insect, including termites. So what you do is you put this into a pump sprayer, or whatever, however you want to apply it, mix it up, apply it to your wood, and it is some sort of like a what do you call it? Boric salt or something like that. You don't want regular salt in your wood because it gets in the fibers and it expands and it breaks the fibers and destroys your wood. But this salt doesn't do that. It just gets into the wood. And the insects, they don't eat it, and if they do eat it, they get thirsty and die, or something like that. I don't know. So I need to go through and treat all of the wood that I put in here before I paint. So I don't know how long that's going to take to dry. Probably not too long. I got my dehumidifier I could stick in there, help dry it out quicker, because I don't want them nasty bugs to get in there. And yes, I still have the termites, and no, the company did not want to come out and tent the boat. They said it was too big of a project. So I've left to find some other company to come and do it, which will happen eventually, just not right now. I mean, the money that I have left has got to go towards getting this thing to a position where it is making money again. And then I can take that money and put it into more fixing. So it's the name of the game when you're on a budget, right? So, okay guys, well, I'll come back with another video, hopefully beginning of next week, sometime soon. Whenever there's more to report, I'll come back. Thanks guys, we'll see you later.